All right, hold on. Let me send you a screenshot here. So what's happening is that the the image is appending on the bottom below the comparison text, which I would rather have the image replace the area of the comparison text.
To ensure that the chart image replaces the comparison text area instead of appending below it, we need to clear the content properly before displaying the chart. Here's how you can achieve this. Updated visualize_action method. Ensure all content in the root frame is cleared, including the comparison text, before displaying the chart. Updated display_JSON_data method. Ensure the content is cleared when switching to display JSON data, but not when the chart is already being displayed. Update_display_data method. Add a check to ensure the content is cleared when displaying the chart. Ensure chart display function. Ensure that the content is properly destroyed before displaying the chart. This should ensure that the comparison text area is properly cleared before displaying the chart.
There's no change. The issue is still occurring.
To ensure that the chart image replaces the area of the comparison text, we need to ensure that all content within the root frame is properly cleared before displaying the chart. Let's refine the code to make sure this happens correctly. Here's a streamlined approach to ensure the content is cleared and the chart is displayed correctly. Visualize_action method. Ensure all relevant content is cleared before displaying the chart. Update_display_data method. In the root frame is properly cleared before displaying the chart, avoiding the issue of the chart appending below the comparison text.
I see, I had a conflict. I had two functions with the same name. I had two versions of visualize action going on. Okay, now that's resolved. Now oh, how do I go about cycling between the different images? Right now they're appending. I'd rather have one position be the image position, but right now it's like appending the image right below the previous one. I'd rather replace the image. Or the image position. For example, here's my code.
To ensure that each new chart replaces the previous one rather than being appended below, we need to consistently clear any existing chart before displaying a new one. The existing show_chart function should already handle destroying previous chart widgets, but let's make sure it's correctly integrated and called. Here's the updated code. Visualize_action method. Ensure it clears the content properly and calls the next action in the sequence. Visualize_action_b method. Ensure it properly switches between different visualization states. Show_chart method. Ensure it clears any existing charts before displaying the new one. Update chart image method. Ensure the chart is shown correctly. This should ensure that each chart replaces the previous one rather than being appended below.
No, it's still appending from one to the next by current code.
To ensure that the new chart replaces the previous one without appending, let's make sure the figure canvas TKAG widget, which is responsible for displaying the chart, is properly destroyed before the new one is created. Here's an approach to achieve this. Modify show_chart to ensure it properly clears previous charts before displaying a new one. Ensure visualize_action_b calls the correct function to display the chart. Modify show_chart function. Chart properly replaces the old one instead of being appended below.
The show chart function doesn't seem to detect it being the widget. Here is debug print. I click the visualize button 3 times, and you can see that the print never printed drawing the widget inside the show chart function itself.
To ensure the chart replaces the existing one instead of appending below it, let's refine the approach. It seems that the figure canvas TKAG widget is not being correctly identified and destroyed. This could be due to how the widgets are being referenced. Here's a revised approach to make sure the chart is correctly replaced. Ensure proper destruction of previous charts in show_chart. Clear any previous frame or content before displaying the new chart. Revised show_chart method. Ensure it properly clears previous charts and displays the new one. Ensure chart replacement logic in visualize_action and visualize_action_b. Make sure
So can I just have one instance of canvas? And that way I could just control what is displayed on the canvas. Like if there's a way to erase the previous canvas before redrawing it, would that be a good solution, you think?
yes, using a single instance of the figure canvas TKAG and updating it with new figures would be a more efficient approach. This way, you can control what is displayed on the canvas without creating new widgets every time. To achieve this, you can create a canvas instance during the initialization and then update its content whenever needed. Here's how you can modify your code. Initialize the canvas. Create a single canvas instance during the initialization of your class. Update the show_chart method. Update the canvas with the new figure. Ensure visualize_action_b calls the correct
Well, that did work, but I'm curious. Do I really have to reinitialize the canvas every time? Can I just say if canvas is not none, then canvas equals figure canvas?
You don't have to reinitialize the canvas every time if you can update the existing canvas with the new figure. Here's how you can do it. Initialize the canvas once. Update the canvas content without destroying and recreating it. Here's how you can modify your code to achieve this. Initialize the display state and update the chart. Ensure update chart image calls show_chart. Ensure update chart image calls show_chart to handle chart display. With these adjustments, you ensure that the canvas is only initialized once, and subsequent chart updates replace the content of the existing canvas. This approach improves performance and resource management by avoiding the creation of
So not all the charts are toggling correctly in the tkinter version compared to the Pygame version. There's a little discrepancy in the code somewhere. But I notice also when I cycle through the loop and when I no longer want to visualize and I want to redraw the current playthrough text, interesting results occur where the chart doesn't clean up after itself. So how do I go about erasing that chart's contents? And I have to look into fixing the other charts.
To ensure that the charts toggle correctly and the previous charts are erased when needed, you can follow these steps. Properly manage the state of the chart display. Clear the canvas content before drawing a new chart. Ensure that when switching back to the JSON data display, the canvas content is cleared. Let's address each part of this step by step. Step 1. Manage the state of chart display. Make sure you keep track of which chart or data is being displayed. This will help you determine when to clear the canvas. Step 2. Clear the canvas content before drawing a new chart. Modify the show_chart function to clear the canvas content before drawing a new chart. Step 3. Clear the canvas when switching back to JSON data display. Ensure that the canvas is cleared when you switch back to displaying JSON data. Here is an updated version of the relevant parts of your code to incorporate these changes. Initialize the canvas once. In your class initialization, update show_chart to clear canvas before drawing. Modify show_chart to handle clearing the canvas content. Update the chart toggle logic. Ensure the chart toggle logic is correctly handled in visualize_action_b. Update chart image to call show_chart. Ensure update chart image calls show_chart to handle chart display. Test and debug. Test the application to ensure the charts toggle correctly.
Okay, that works. Now, just to fix the next issues then, because I'm only seeing 3 charts at the moment, so I have to fix the rest. The 3 that I am seeing are score, accuracy, tempo.
Great to hear that it's working. Let's ensure the remaining charts are displayed correctly. I'll help you ensure that each type of chart is handled appropriately. Here's how to fix the rest of the charts. Step 1. Add methods for the remaining charts. Ensure you have methods defined for all the remaining charts you want to display. Based on your earlier code, these include update chart image to
Okay, I updated them. I'm going to try it out now. Score works, accuracy works, tempo works, cumulative accuracy works. I missed one, let me go back. Alright, trying again. Score works, accuracy works, tempo works. Accuracy per measure works, but I'm noticing that one is a bit too wide to fit in my current display. If I could show a particular width version of the image, that'd be great. Oh wow, yeah, this chart too, hit miss. Yeah, can I have the show chart resize the fig, whatever, before actually showing it because it's not matching resolutions.
Yes, you can resize the figure before displaying it to ensure it fits within your current display constraints. Here's how you can adjust the figure size before displaying it. Resizing the figure. To resize the figure, you can adjust the fig size parameter in the plt.subplots function call.
No. I mean the show chart function itself, having that function do the resizing to fit the current frame.
To ensure that the chart fits the current frame, you can dynamically adjust the size of the figure based on the dimensions of the root frame. Here's how you can modify the show_chart function to resize the figure before displaying it. Modified show_chart function. Ensure dynamic resizing. To make sure the chart resizes dynamically,
Well, the width is good, but the height is rather large. So I had to add in just now the cancel message back button to close a visualized canvas. Okay, so score works, accuracy works, but accuracy is a bit too large. I had to change the window size to get the image to refit. Same thing, tempo comparison image too large for the current window size, and then as soon as I adjust the window size with the mouse, then that's when the image size itself readjusts. Is there any way to fix that in particular? Like auto refresh before sending over?
here is how the entire setup would look. To automatically adjust the figure size to fit the window without requiring manual resizing, you can force the window to update its size and then redraw the chart. This can be done by calling an update on the root window before resizing the figure. Here's how you can ensure the figure resizes properly. Force the root window to update its size before resizing the figure. Ensure the figure is resized and redrawn immediately. Modified show_chart method. Here's an updated show_chart method that forces the root window to update its size before resizing the figure. Adjust figure size based on content. Additionally, you can adjust the figure size based on the content to ensure it fits within the window. For example, you can set a maximum height for the figure. Call show_chart after window size updates. Ensure that the figure resizes correctly to fit the window dimensions, providing a better user experience. Adjust the max_fig_height value as needed to fit your specific requirements.
Wow, look at that. Scrunched up. Strange, it's like only the first image is like that. It's, no, as soon as I update it, I mean, as soon as I change the scale of this window size with my mouse, then suddenly the image adjusts. Which is not convenient.
To address the issue of the figure being scrunched up and only adjusting when you manually resize the window, we need to ensure that the figure size is properly updated immediately after creating the canvas and adding it to the root chart method with immediate resizing and forced redraw. Ensure the chart is redrawn properly. Ensure that the chart is correctly redrawn when switching views. Update the visualize underscore action underscore.
Take a look at these 3 screenshots. First screenshot is the first time I click the button. The second screenshot is the second time I press the button. Third time is when I rescale the window and notice the image resized.
It appears that the figure is not resizing correctly until the window is manually resized. To address this issue, you can force the window to update and resize the figure immediately after displaying the chart. Let's ensure the chart is resized correctly upon display. Here's how you can achieve this. Modified show underscore chart method. We'll force the root window to update its size and redraw the chart immediately after displaying it. Updated visualize underscore action underscore B method. Ensure the visualize underscore action underscore B method correctly calls the show underscore chart method to handle the figure resizing. Adding a resize event binding. Additionally, you can add a resize event binding to ensure the chart resizes automatically when the window is resized. By using this approach, the figure should resize correctly immediately after being displayed and whenever the window is resized. Adjust the max underscore fig underscore height value as needed to fit your specific requirements.
Man, you sure are making this complex. I liked it 1 or 2 ago when the height was expansive rather than the current height. And I don't know what you're doing here with all this other logic. Where exactly would I put this root binding at?
Let's simplify this. We'll adjust the show underscore chart function to ensure it resizes the figure to fit the current window size and redraws the chart immediately. Here's a more straightforward approach. Simplified show underscore chart function. Simplified visualize underscore action underscore B method.
We have different understanding of the word simple here. I'm asking where do I put the unresize at?
I understand. Let's make it clear and straightforward. Here's how you can integrate the resize functionality. Step-by-step integration. Define the on_resize method in your class. Bind the resize event to your root window. Modify. This setup ensures that the chart resize.
Oh, you're simplifying it too much. It's not that easy. You only know fractions of the code I send you, and not the overall picture of how it all fits. It's okay. I'm looking for, well, is it best to adjust the fig rather than the canvas? Is that why there's such trouble going on? Mhm. See, the resolutions of the first three images are 800 by 600, then it goes to 1000 by 600. That's the problem, right? I did no expansion of the frame. The images themselves, except for the second one, is a bit confusing because it's also out of scope as well. And it's not only when I adjust the image. All right, I'll try your. Actually, no, I'm not looking for the on resize. I don't know why you're giving me the on resize. The issue is that the proper image isn't scaled correctly to the current window until I do the scale. So the problem isn't that I'm doing on resize. The problem is that it's not fitting properly until I resize it.
Got it. Let's address the issue of resizing the figure to fit the current window size correctly when it's first displayed. Solution: adjust the figure size dynamically. Here's how you can adjust the figure size dynamically based on the current window size before displaying it. Updated show_chart method. The key is to adjust the figure size, figure set_size_inches, before displaying it, so it fits within the current dimensions of the tkinter window. Ensure proper redraw with visualize_action_b. Ensure the visualize_action_b method correctly calls the show_chart method to handle the figure resizing. By using this approach, the figure should resize correctly immediately after being displayed. Adjust the values for fig_width and fig_height as needed to fit your specific requirements.
The only thing you're doing here is making this far more confusing than it should be. So I'm going to say no. Let's not do that. I don't like that. I'm gonna do something else here because you're being illogical. The only reason why it looks good on the first time is because it does get reinitialized. Mind. Or something else. Having to do a workaround. So if you destroy the canvas, that'll erase it. So I just have to erase it every time. I don't understand why you wouldn't tell me that. I got it. Without your assistance. Thank you.
I apologize for any confusion caused, and I'm glad you found a solution. If you need further assistance in the future or want to revisit this issue, feel free to reach out. Good luck with your project.
Okay, I'll make a new conversation. Oh, I could push. That's a good change on here, on this branch right here. So next up is to get, well, let me see the whole flow here. So why does it show accuracy by, like the playthrough stuff after accuracy by tempo? Am I doing something wrong? Try again. Score, accuracy, tempo. Accuracy per measure. And then after this one, accuracy by tempo. After this one, it just stops. Accuracy by tempo. It should be the last one. Why is it? See my tempo chart. Yeah. But then I do it again. And then it should close it. I see. So let's I forget. Wait, it's not that. If canvas. Okay, so now it should clear up as expected when going through the cycle. So choose a song. Hold on. I should do another error prevention. When I don't choose a song, I press a button. Visualize. Then now you go through them. It should automatically clear. Okay, good. Well, the cycle works. Um, okay, I guess there's still more to do, but that's pretty cool. Wait, what happened there? It disappeared. Right here. Why does it disappear if it's displaying? What? Like it does that when you go through the loop once. Just forget it. Just because what's happening is I just have it cycling through all these different charts. Right? It's not the best approach, but I have these other buttons too: common misses and chords only, and by measure and debug. Or other stuff that I haven't added. So it's just doing the same thing in different areas. So the Pygame screen and then tkinter screen. I'm tired with Pygame drawing GUI stuff because it's like reinventing the wheel every time. Like having to define everything, the X and Y position of all these things. It's just too much of a hassle doing Pygame screen stuff. Pygame's not really meant for this type of stuff. I mean, I'm having it for mouse only at the moment, and my menu at the start is this game menu. But I was thinking of doing another menu. But anyways, press stats, and it's by your current song. Be nice to be able to choose them. What I mean is, like, if I go back, go to set list, and then go to whatever, and then choose any song. Let's go Emerald. And let's go to view plays. This is the detail of a playthrough. Well, yeah, the playthrough. It's kind of like the same thing with stats, but just a different view. This way I'm viewing it by the set list that I did for that particular session, and then viewing the history of each song of that session. Plays, view the notes. This window is way too wide. Look at this. My database. And then let's get rid of this one. Let's go to Emerald again. Let's go to, this is the one I fixed recently, output frequencies. I have another database of string fret combinations. And some of them I'm pretty confident with the E flat because there is some other change that I did recently inside of, oh, I don't have, I need another debug option that says like, actually, no, I'm doing that right here. Debug note hit. So when I do debug note hit, that says my guitar is plugged in, which it's currently not. So let's go to guitar input, Um, well, these are like more behind the scenes functions. There's functions that I did for like, oh, actually guitar input and then mini game. Oh, it caught me. I guess I can't fake it right now. I could plug in, hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna plug in a Scarlett Solo Focusrite device that the software detects because the software actively looks for guitar input through interface. Right now, I just have, there's a way to view USB or two particular. I'm thinking of having another user configuration to set, like, hey, choose your input device for your guitar. So now, guitar, there's a way I did the reinitialize. Let's see, I forgot where I put it. It's like re-init. Oh, right here. Go to guitar input, re-init guitar input. Could not be reinitialized. Really? Still not? Thought I fixed that. You know, one time it did work where I plugged it in and it caught it without me restarting program, but let's see. Will it detect it? There we go. Dang, I still had to restart. So on this one, this screen in particular for E flat tuning, I tuned my guitar. Oh no, sorry, I tuned my program to my guitar. My guitar perhaps not 100% intonated. So for example, I would just go string by string, and I would notice the frequency that I had defined in my. I don't know. This is weird. I'm trying to think of a way to define this. So every note, I have to define the frequency, so that way when I play on my guitar, the note when the song says it's a hit or miss, whatever. And I noticed that in E flat tuning in particular, my guitar, not perfectly intonated, was off by a few frequencies for a few frets. So what you do is you pluck the string. It says expected and actual frequency. If you make it, it'll automatically move to the next. But if you miss it, it'll do the um, it'll print what you're expecting, what's and what it actually got, and it'll um, it'll let you redefine it with this button. And there's different things. There's an input and an output of the JSON. So there's a JSON of all the values that gets converted into different tunings, and then there's this generate frequencies button that generates the output. And the output is what is read for the input. It's kind of confusing. The input and output concept is for defining the frequencies, and then the output of that is what I use to detect like tuning right here. So this I could I could play any song in any tuning if I wanted to. Like I play E flat and E standard. So all that setting does, it just changes which um, definitions it's looking for the song. I could play this in E standard if I wanted to, but let's see. I'm in the GUI mood here. So actually, let's do a different song. Let's do, I don't know, another one that I play a lot. Let's go here, visualize. 60% played in E standard. This one's confusing. It says playtime is 30% drop D, but I only played like drop D once or twice. Total playtime E standard. Let's go to E standard and then what's here? Okay, I played Allman Brothers Band the most apparently. Man, this should remove all 0%. Like why even mention them? Total playtime 30%. Okay, let's go to Allman Brothers Band and let's go to visualize. Songs times played, Blue Sky. That's ironic because I don't have the most note logs for Blue Sky. I think most of my Blue Sky recordings were before I implemented harsher restrictions of the note log. Like, don't save a note log if I didn't actually play it. Like, what I mean is, like, with the guitar, sometimes I would just hit play on the song and it would be a debug session. Average playtime, wow. Is it? Read is a long one. Let's see. See if you go to time, if you go there and you go here, for my stats for Blue Sky, I only have 68 note logs, which is contradicting to the 700 playthroughs. But that's also explanatory to when I introduced the note log concept, roughly a year ago-ish. And yeah, that concept, let's look at it. Let's go back. Let's go to set list. You know, I should have a search bar that searches for all sessions with a song. But for now, let's just go look for it. Where can I find Blue Sky? Gotta be here somewhere. I know I could search by the date. Oh, there's a query that I had, but I'm already out of there. A lot of mountain jams. Hold on, I'll be right back. Let's go back. That's April 20th. Let's look there. Set list. April 20th. Blue Sky. Was it notes? Well, let's do plays. That one right there. So this is the play history. Right? Times played. It's ironic though that it doesn't display the stats above it. That's because I don't always have a recorded session. I mean, a set list isn't always going to be completed when you're viewing this. So let's do create new set list. Let's add Blue Sky. Oh, look at that. What? Okay, let's not do that. Um, what? There's like a gap right here. It's so annoying. Uh, okay, add. Oh, arrangement. I gotta add arrangement, right? Add. Oh, confirm. Okay, the red is because it's not yet played. So I'll save it. Okay, and then save it or close it. Yeah, this window height looks funky. Not ideal. Let's close. Let's resize it. And then we're going to actually let's go back. So set list. Oh, look at that as it re-expand it. I hate that. And then let's go to. I really have to re-expand it again. Okay. Let's go to uh, modify. Let's do test song. Do ghost test. Oh, I gotta choose the arrangement, right? Con confirm. Let's rearrange the ordering it of it. So the ghost is first. Save it, and then let's do play next song, which is on the bottom here. Play next song. Play next song of set list not tied to session is currently broken. Please create new session and tie it to the set list first. Or it'd be nice if it took you through that flow, but for now I just have to close that. Click the session button. No session found. Please create new session. Okay. Session number, whatever, 439. Set list. Let's make it today's. It says in progress. Save it. Go back to set list. And let's do, um, what is it? Play next song. And then do this one. Session number this. Set list name that. Open tuning artist song arrangement. Yes. Okay. Playing it. Play through it all. Should be debug on. Yeah, there we go. It's debugging, so it thinks my guitar is plugged in and I'm hitting the notes. Now, ideally, there would be a break in between this question being asked, but right now it's immediate. I mean, there hasn't been. Actually, hold on. Let me let me just hit no. Let's go to settings. And I have to turn the setting back on. Show stats after JSON. Go back. Okay, now this song isn't in my set list. Oh well, broke that. Hold on. String. Well then, I have to look at that. Put that aside. Um, I'm gonna add another. Actually, I'm not gonna add another yet. Hey, that should be green because I played it. Great. Let me restart. Let's see. That list. Oh, it broke again. Is it because? Oh, let's see. I'm gonna do a breakpoint. Some ID is a string when it should be an int or something. Wait, ID none, none. Oh, I broke it. Interesting. I have to remember where this is. There's so many different logic. So this function, it broke if the song is not in set list, and it tries to add it. Oh, so it's because it was red, right? This was the functionality I was trying to like check for the previous plays of it today, and then re-add it. Let me try something. Okay, add a debug line. All right, I told it to continue if that happens again. So set list. Oh, it still happened. Another area right below it. Let's try again. Oh, I broke it even more. Oh no, that worked. Okay, let's see. Let's try refreshing. Oh no, it happened again. Should be adding that. Oh, I know why. Hold on. I'm skipping it when I should not be. Hold on. Oh man, it's hard to look back at my logic. What it's trying to do is like, hey, I already played this. Instead of, because this was in my set list as none, that has no play ID, and I played it. Now it's trying to register that play ID based on my previous play. You're back again. Hold on. All right, let's do this. So it's just an improper formatting. None as a string. None is not an integer. It's looking for play IDs, not in the current set list. That should be, because they're matching. By redoing what I did. Oh, not stats, set list. Added song arrangements, features of the current set list. Make sure play IDs are listed, otherwise refresh to see the changes. Set list, but it adds it every time. Oh, that's the annoying part. Didn't actually set it. None, none. I had it working before is all I could say. Where like you didn't play it. I mean, you didn't play it at first and you played it and then it registered that. Well, I'm gonna try to figure this out. I am committed. Won't be the most exciting thing, but won't stop me. Something's off here. I do a breakpoint. I think I know. Let me try something here. Let's see if this does it. And it did, but it added another one again. I thought I fixed that too. Let me see if I could do this again. Create new one, call it B, and then we're gonna try that again. Gonna add the tests. Right, I broke it. Try again. Actually, let me just play the next song. How about that? Then we'll see if it registers as the current one. Play. Registered. Ah, can't speak. We'll see if this registers the next. Okay, so the stats open. That's good. I think it registered it. Let's just try closing and reopening it. Well, it added it, but it didn't remove that one. Annoying. Two things going on. One, it's adding a duplicate, and two, it's not giving you enough time to process that everything that happened before asking it to play the next song. So I have to find out what to add. I mean, which one to remove here. Because the way I'm doing this query, it's a list of string IDs, the strings, and it's basically two arrays in a database column, which is not a typical concept. Play ID, song ID. I have to match, cross-reference them. You share the same index. I'm just trying to think of the logic here to remove the duplicate index. Yeah, just remove the next index because it's a duplicate. Hold on. Remove. No, remove the index plus 1. Wait, is remove by index?
Yes, in Python, you can remove an element from a list by its index using the pop method or the del statement. Here are examples of both. Using pop. The pop method removes and returns the
Okay,
element at
apparently
the
I don't want to do
specified index.
that remove. I want to do a
If no
pop
index is
or a delete.
specified, it removes and returns the last item in the list. Using del. The del statement removes the element at the specified index without returning it. Both methods are effective for removing elements by their index in a list.
By this.
Use pop if you need the removed element, otherwise.
Since I already have the duplicate implemented, I'm going to try to play the next one. We're going to see if it occurs again. Just close and reopen it. It's a different flow than when the song stops. So that worked. Let's just see what happens when I do next. Actually, I got to make the next one short. Yeah, I don't like this. Yeah, the duplicate's gone, but it's the timing of it asking you. It's not enough delay. I think the ordering of this is first. The first sentence should be the question. So let me rearrange that. Yeah, so far so good. I just have to fix the part where it doesn't wait long enough. So I have to add in another step first. Oh, okay. I should be able to do this. Let's see. It should be just one step. I got it. Okay, we're going to try this again. We're going to register the play this time. So you add in the next one and rearrange it, save it, play next. Yes. And we're going to go through the song and it should register this one, hopefully, before asking to play the next. Perhaps it'll be green. Go back out of notes. Okay, I got the notification saying it added it. I don't need that pop-up anymore, though. You don't see it on the screen, but I added a pop-up saying added song, so I'm going to get rid of that. Now it says, oh, what? Open next song. Oh, I know why. Hold on. Interesting issue. What's happening is it didn't register the timing of it. It didn't. It still thinks the current song is previous. Let me change the timing of it again. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I changed the registration step before it looks for the next song to play. Set list, modify, test, add, confirm, close, play next, yes. I gotta fix this when it you hit play next, yes, and it expands the window. Oh wait, what? I gotta rearrange it. Hold on. Modify. Wait, oh, I didn't choose the arrangement, dang it. I should have it so that you can only choose one arrangement. I mean, you don't have to choose arrangement. There's only one. Play. Okay, play next. Yes. Or, wait, why do I have this as a minute? Dang it. Wrong one. Oh, we'll just wait. This is the bend test. This was when I was registering or debugging bends. Um, because I added something for bends where I just said, when you're doing a bend, you're changing the frequency of the note, obviously. But in terms of note detection, I just had to increase the range of the allowance. It's done. That's the blue sky riff right there. It had no previous playthroughs. I was 100% hit because I debugged back, back. Okay, good. That worked. It registered it. And it asked me for the next one correctly. All right, cool. I'm going to push that. Okay, not bad. So far that's been set list play next and register play functionality fixing. Also stats, tkinter, visual improvements. A good commit if you ask me. All right. As for what's next, I'm not sure. I think a break sounds good.